Como para fora.
Watching you with binoculars.
On a random night in August 2021, a woman opened her house door to enter, but what followed her was unexpected.
Como para fora. Oh, don't move. Don't scare it. Don't.
Okay.
Before she could close the door after entering, a man grabbed the door and followed her inside her house with a gun pointed at her and another person who was present inside the home. The masked man demands the keys to her vehicle and then runs out of the house after getting them. When he made his way inside the house, he was joined by a guy whose job was to hold the door for the masked guy to run out without any problem. After this video ends, sources state that the masked guy took off the victim's vehicle and the second guy left in an already waiting vehicle. Thankfully, this gunpoint robbery of these two was unsuccessful because both of them were arrested later on by the police. On Tuesday, June 18th at around 9:25 p.m., this incident is caught on a Ring doorbell camera.
Please, no, please.
The woman is seen in what appears to be a bathrobe, knocking on the door, wildly. But there is no answer from the door, and in the meanwhile, we can see a man appearing there and taking her away in what appears to be a kidnapping. The woman tells the man to stop, and the man can be heard ordering her to get inside the car. The Manor Police Department says that the incident occurred on the 19200 block in Manor. After investigating this, the Manor Police Department located the woman who was involved in the footage and what appeared to be a possible kidnapping. According to the police, the woman was in good health, and the police conducted interviews with both the man and the woman present in the footage. They said that the man who was 20 and the woman who was 23 knew each other at the time and no charges were being filed at the time as the woman claims no kidnapping occurred. However, after some time, sources revealed that the man who was identified as Victor Kucic, a resident of Manor, has been charged with third-degree kidnapping and has been booked into the Travis County Jail. Alyssa Vanilla is a YouTube creator known for her adventurous lifestyle as a solo female traveler living in a van. Her channel offers a mix of van life experiences, travel vlogs, and personal reflections, providing a raw and unfiltered look into the challenges and joys of life on the road. On October 10th, 2022, Alyssa uploaded this video onto her YouTube channel where she shared a disturbing experience that she had while camping alone. When the video starts, Alyssa explains why she had chosen to camp in the desert near Tucson, Arizona for a while. As she is talking, an ATV starts approaching her. And next, probably the first of her life's two most awkward conversations happens.
Hi.
Doing okay?
Yes, I am.
I'm just kind of checking, making sure everybody's got enough water and...
Oh, okay. Are you a ranger or?
No, I just live close.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of come out and check, make sure, because I know there's a lot of people that come out here that don't have a lot. And I'm here just checking on people, making sure they got water, got what they need.
Cool.
So if you do stay, I'll see you again, but that's all I'm doing.
All right.
Nothing spooky.
Okay. Well.
I had shit stolen from my house 2 years ago. So 2 years ago I started doing that. I started making myself open to people that were out here, giving them my name so they knew who I was, so they saw my face, and you know what? It's worked for me. Nobody steals shit from my house anymore.
And name? What is your name?
Johnny. So if you need a shower, you're welcome to, mine. Probably would work better since you're a female. It would probably work better if you came by while I was there a couple of times. Just so my wife gets to know you. She doesn't think there's something stupid going on.
Right.
But, if you need a shower or something, that's not a problem.
Basically, the guy on the ATV is named Johnny. He claims that he drives around and sees if people need water or anything, and then he goes in detail to explain why he does this. Then he basically offers her to come shower at his place and meet his wife, so that she knows that there is nothing stupid going on between them. To be honest, this conversation was awkward for me to watch. I can't imagine how Alyssa must have been feeling there. At the end of the first conversation, he says that he will let her enjoy her evening and leave. At this point, Alyssa didn't want to be paranoid, but she claimed that it didn't feel like he actually left and she could hear muffled sounds in the distance. After this incident, she didn't leave the place immediately because, as I said, she didn't want to be paranoid. But she hears these muffled male voices again. You can tell by these looks how creeped out she was. She decides to leave the place after finishing her laundry. Just when she is doing so, Johnny comes back.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
so you have a guy
Uh-huh.
on the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's driving a older Dodge pickup, and he told me he comes out here and offers water
Uh-huh.
to people, but I would stay away from him. He told me he parks up there and looks around to see who might need water, who might need this, who might need that.
So did you catch him watching me, or did he just tell you that he was watching me?
When I pulled up, he had his field glasses up, looking this direction, and I was like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking to see if there's anybody that needs water. So anyway, he's, you see that white truck? Underneath the tree?
I'm right in the tree view, so.
Alright, come out here and I'll show you. Just so you know.
Yeah, it's also just odd that there's not really anybody out here.
Get a good description of that truck.
It was a white truck.
It's white and burgundy. Honestly, I'd move to the other side.
This time his face is caught in the camera. He now says to her that somebody is watching her. He goes deeper into explaining that the guy who is watching her told him that he is just looking for people who might need water or anything else. Basically, he was explaining to stay away from the guy who he himself pretended to be back in the first conversation that they had. Alyssa felt understandably unsettled with the conversation, so she continued to do her laundry, ending the conversation with Johnny on her side. But he kept staring at her for an uncomfortable duration while she was doing her laundry, adding to the creepiness of the situation. She says that she didn't realize that he was staring at her like that until she re-watched the footage.
Do you need anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
After she tells him if he needs anything, he seems to be getting back to his senses and decides to drive off. As soon as he was out of sight, Alyssa grabbed her stuff, threw it in the van, ripped her window covers down as fast as she could, and drove off from the area as far as possible. They say that the worst thing a solo traveler can find while camping in a place where nobody is around is another human. Alyssa, capturing this encounter on film, provides a chilling glimpse into the potential dangers that a solo female traveler can face. On 29th July 2016 at 5 a.m., this dashcam footage shot by a lorry truck driver bringing goods from Calais, France to the UK, captured this footage. The driver starts horning vigorously at the lorry in front of him because of the sudden decrease in the speed of the truck on the highway. As he gets closer, he finds out why the speed of the truck in front of him suddenly slowed down. A gang of people came out, seemingly out of nowhere. These people with torches wanted to stop the truck from going forward. We can also see this tree on the road set up by these people. After watching this video, many people suggested that this was possibly an attempt to rob these two trucks. But it was not that. These are gangs of smugglers who attempted to block the road and force the lorries to stop so they could hop onto them and get into the United Kingdom. After this incident was reported, the French police reported a huge rise in the number of these gangs of migrants who are desperate to reach the UK, putting up blockades on the motorways that surround the port of Calais. The police also said that these attempts usually took place at night, and there were at least 15 to 20 attempts like these per night. Various other videos show these incidents, like this one. NBG Films YouTube channel was created on 18th of October 2008. This channel was dedicated to the exploration of the undiscovered world around us. However, this channel hasn't posted any new videos in the last 4 years. About 15 years ago, on 31st of January 2009, a video titled "Campers Catch Weird Creatures on Film" was posted on this channel. In this 43-second video, there are seemingly some boys who are camping in the woods with a large campfire.
Sure. Eh? Oh, fuck, the smoke is in my face. Well, you've been sharpening it for like 2 hours. No. Do you hear something?
No, it's a dog.
Okay.
Probably shy though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take pictures now.
While filming, something creepy is seen jumping by in the background, and after that, a weird noise can also be heard. The cameraman asks one of the guys if he has heard something, but he replies that it's a dog. But this surely doesn't look like a dog to me. I don't know the official source of this video, but back in 2009, I don't think people would have been so good at making fake videos. But what do you think of this video? Is it fake? I will leave you to be the judge. The following video shows us a woman's doorbell camera capturing a horrifying moment as she managed to narrowly escape a creepy stranger who followed her and her son home at night. See for yourself.
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower. Please, Daniel. Who's that? Who is that? Get out of here! Get out of here! There's a guy outside. Look.
In the video, the woman and a small boy who is her son are casually walking into their house, with the mom telling her son about how he needs to take a shower. She had no idea that the man was behind them, but thankfully, she managed to close the door just in time. Afterward, the footage shows the horrifying moments the man attempts to open the door with a sinister look in his eyes. When he is unsuccessful in doing so, he then appears to stare into the peephole, trying to see what is inside. When the woman realizes that there is this creepy man outside her door, she yells at him to go away. But the stranger remains outside with seemingly no reaction at all. The man slowly backs away from the door but continues to stand there without saying a word. The video ends with the man still standing outside and staring at the front door. Sources said that the police were called, and in the explanation of this incident, the family of this man explained that he just had mental problems and he didn't mean any harm to this woman or even her son. But one begins to wonder what could have happened if the door had been left open for just a little more time. On the morning of 25th May 2021 on Ingram Road in San Antonio, A Texas man named Michael witnessed this.
Hello? Hello? Hey, I need police ASAP. I'm on 410 South by Ingram Park Mall. A lady is screaming outside her Ford, a gray Ford exiting Ingram Road right now. She's trying to get out of a vehicle and the guy won't let. No, she's not exiting. They got back on 410.
His dash cam captured these disturbing moments as Michael noticed that the gray car in front of him had its back doors open, and as he moved forward, he hears a woman screaming for help. Reportedly, her husband was holding her against her will and also reportedly attacking her. As Michael fully commits himself to help this woman, he changes his route and decides to chase this car and call 911 to help and possibly get this woman out of trouble. As soon as he gets on the phone with 911, he starts to narrate every development on the case to the 911 dispatcher.
What is this guy doing? She's screaming and kicking in the car. He's erratically, she's trying to get out of the car. She's opening the door. She's trying to jump out. He sped up and he couldn't get out. Okay, now we're taking like the turn up. We're on 4. She jumped out. 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 Ma'am, get in my truck. Get in my truck.
He's been hitting me.
After getting closer to the car, the clip shows the woman finally escaping from the car and tumbling to the ground. Michael then urges the woman to get inside his truck so that she can possibly feel a sense of safety.
Okay, I'm going to the police station right now.
He has my car, he has everything.
The one on Calabria, yeah. It's her husband, she said. What's his name?
Matthew DeLeon.
Matthew DeLeon.
He's right there, tell the cop.
There's a cop. There's a cop right there in front of me.
Turn around, it's a Ford Fusion Gray.
Okay, there's a cop in front of us at 410 in Calabria, or Military Drive. He's right at the exit at the Circle K.
He was beating me.
Hold on.
You don't have to get yourself
No, I'm gonna...
He was beating me.
Officer, we need help! We need help! She just I'm on the phone with 911. She just jumped out of the vehicle. Can we pull over?
The woman gets inside the truck and can be heard saying that the man who was driving this car was her husband, and she had just been domestically abused. They spot a police car nearby and urge them to stop, explaining what had just happened. They pulled off into a restaurant parking lot, and then the police and the medical responders took over from there. Sources stated that the alleged victim, who suffered minor injuries, was taken to a hospital as a precaution. The reason why the husband was allegedly acting the way he did with this woman is still unknown. The YouTuber, Novice Wild Camper, is dedicated to the joys and challenges of camping in the wild. The creator who runs the channel shares their experiences and adventures in various wild camping locations, offering a mix of personal stories, gear reviews, and practical tips for fellow campers. In this video by Novice Wild Camper, the creator shares a chilling experience that made him vow never to camp in those particular woods again. The video details an unsettling encounter during a solo wild camping trip in a forested area. The video begins with the camper explaining the location and setting up their campsite in a secluded area known for its tranquility and beauty. When the night falls, the camper sets up the campfire and sits around there for a while. After that, before going to sleep, he tells us how there are huge amounts of noises coming in from the area. He says good night, and we see this time lapse which is interrupted at 3 a.m. as claimed by the camper. He says that the night lapse was stopped at 3 a.m. because he was woken up by rain and some other noises. At 4 a.m. he resumes recording, but he is not camping anymore. He is inside his car. He explains the incidents that had happened at the campsite, which led to him having second thoughts about his stay there and then eventually leaving. He says how the rocks kept thudding in front of his tent, and it happened like 3-4 times, and then when he got up to check what it was, there was nothing there. He also says that a tree branch that was perfectly fine cracked and fell right into the top of his tent, which was basically it for him. He got up and went straight to his car. After this, he waits in his car till sunrise. At sunrise, he goes back to the campsite to check if everything he left there was the same. At 7 a.m., he goes back to the campsite to check, and there are all sorts of noise that we can hear when he is recording.
Right, it's 7:30. I'm back at camp. Everything's as it was, apart from my water bottle, which is crushed on the floor, which is a bit weird. This is seriously the weirdest forest I've ever camped in. Well, obviously it's full of but this was not enjoyable, not in the slightest. It was weird. But even just now, before I turned the camera on, things are just crashing down around me. It's all quiet then. I don't like it here. I'm getting packed up. Stuff the bacon walls.
By the reactions of the camper, you can tell that he is terrified and scared of the place. He shows us the branch of the tree that he was talking about earlier that fell into the top of his tent. After that, he packs up quickly and gets out of there. Before the outro of the video, we see another video cut, where he says that there was a man at the entry of the woods who told him that he was a brave man for camping there.
The entrance to go in there is just there. And there's a man just walking down the road by me, and he saw me and he went, "All right." And I was like, "All right." And he went, "You been camping in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, just a little hammock camp." And he says, he went, "You're brave." I said, "Why is that?" And he went, "People have done it before, no one's lasted." I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed and he went, "You know what I mean." I walked off.
He says that this experience double assures that he is not coming back to this place ever again. To be honest with you, there wasn't much of a video evidence that shows the incidents that the camper claims to have happened with him. But many people believe him, and many don't. Which side are you on? Don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this. On November 3rd, 2023, a doorbell camera footage from a home in Kendall, Florida emerged. In the video, a father appears confessing to killing his son.
David, talk to me.
What?
Is he alive? Is he breathing?
He's not breathing. He's dead.
But why, David? Why?
The fighting on the way home was unbearable, and we got here, and just from one second to the next, he was going to go to the Keys, he was going to go with Jacob, he was going to fight girls. Would it be okay if girls go and sleep over? I said no, and I told him no, and I was going to go over there tonight and make sure. He says, well, all right. You know, it's not your fault, Odie.
Julie heard you. Julie heard you. Julie heard you. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Odie. Please call my brother. I
Where's
just
your
talked
brother?
to him.
Where's your brother?
Please.
Where's your brother?
David Contreras, a 52-year-old man, reportedly shot his son Eric Contreras multiple times at their house after an argument. David then seems to confess his crime by telling his wife that their son is dead. He tells his wife that while they were driving home, they got into an argument and the fighting was unbearable. He said that his son allegedly badgered him in the car, which led to a point where he could no longer take it. David drops to his knees in tears, and then, in addition to the doorbell footage, a police body cam footage for the arrest of David Contreras also emerged. In that footage, David tells the cops that he shot his own son, and his body is right inside the door of their home. After his arrest, David Contreras was taken to Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center, where he was held without bond according to sources. William Church was driving on Arizona Highway when he noticed something eerie, which was also captured by his dashcam. This incident was recorded on March 11, 2023 at around 2:30 a.m. William noticed a bright glare in his dashcam, and he believed that this flashing figure could really be a ghost. William told the source that there were no other cars present in the vicinity when this incident occurred. He also said that this figure looked exactly like a person standing in the roadway. This video was shared on many YouTube channels and also by many news channels. After this video went viral, many people commented on this video saying that they believed the driver and that ghosts are real, while the other side of the internet claimed that the video was fake or edited. This is often the case with videos like these. One side of the internet believes them and the other doesn't. What do you think of this video? I will let you be the judge. The creator of the English Woodsman YouTube channel emphasizes practical, down-to-earth camping tips and reviews of outdoor gear, making the channel a valuable resource for both novice and experienced campers. It focuses on wild and stealth camping adventures, primarily in the UK. The video, titled, "I've Never Been So Scared When Out Bivy Bag Camping," on the English Woodsman YouTube channel, documents an intense and eerie wild camping experience. The video starts with English Woodsman walking towards his bivy bag camping spot. When he arrives at the place, he begins to prepare himself coffee. He finishes it, and just when he is about to drink, this happens.
It's going to throw it down Friday night as well, and rain camping is really good. Is that a badger? Hello?
Walking footsteps can be heard in this clip, and judging by the sound, these footsteps aren't far away. When the camper hears these footsteps, he gets up and starts to look around the place, and to his shock, no one is around. He says that it sounded like human footsteps and his heartbeat started to race, but he decides to go back, drink his coffee, and not allow himself to overthink about what had just happened to him. He now starts to prepare his noodles and talk about stuff like he normally does in his videos. And then, it happens again.
There's that noise again now. Hello? Hello? You got a bit of that. There's nobody here. And it sounds like someone's just walking around. I can handle it. Can you wear it?
Now the footsteps are even louder and continue for a prolonged period of time. He gets up again to see where the footsteps are coming from, but again there is nobody around.
How can I that?
The footsteps are still continuing as he is looking around. Now we can clearly see that the camper is terrified by the experience. But despite this, nervously he goes back to his noodles, creeped out by the experience. He also says that if it happens again, he is moving out of this campsite. He starts eating his noodles, and throughout he keeps looking around nervously. As the night falls, he starts getting more nervous and more anxious as time passes. Just when it is time to go to sleep, his nervousness and anxiety get the better of him. He starts packing up and gets out of the camping spot. Although the incident that he was met earlier doesn't happen again, the thought of it happening again makes him move places. About 2 years ago, a Reddit user posted this video on the Ring subreddit. It was captioned, "Keep your doors locked. Take a look."
This is, my name is James. Sosa. Sammy?
What's your name?
James.
And who are you looking for?
No, a friend of mine.
No friend of yours lives here, buddy. And I got a Glock over here ready for you. So if you don't get the f off my porch, I'm gonna unload it on your f***ing face. Get the f off my porch.
All right.
In the video, we can see a nervous-looking man approaching the front porch of the house. Instantly, through the body language of this person, one can tell that he is not in the correct state of mind. He keeps looking around nervously while carrying what seems like toilet paper and some package in his left hand. The guy gets close to the doorbell camera and says that his name is James, and he's looking for Sousa, but within seconds, he changes the person he is supposedly looking for to Sammy. His eyes and his nervousness in the way of speaking once again suggest that the guy is under the influence of drugs. Then he says that he is looking for a friend. But this time, the homeowner shows the correct attitude towards this guy by telling him that if he doesn't get away from their door, it will not end well for him. Thankfully, these words from the homeowner were enough to scare him away. Some guys also suggest that due to the nervousness about this guy, he might have been in this neighborhood to sell drugs and got the wrong house. This explanation came from the fact that he holding a package. The Reddit user who uploaded this video posted an update on this situation, claiming that the guy didn't linger around that far and his girlfriend saw him by their pool and called the cops. He also claims that this guy had a nationwide warrant. There is no further information about this guy, nor is there more information about what his intentions might have been that night, except for theories. This footage emerged from the dashcam of a pickup driver who was driving on the Los Libertadores highway, which is located in Chile. In the video, we can see that the driver is just going forward on the road like normal, but then the car in front of him starts applying the brake slowly and then eventually fully stopping. Once the driver gets closer to the car, we see these two guys coming out of the car with one of them armed with a weapon to possibly scare off the driver, but the driver, seeing this, quickly tries to reverse his way out of the situation, but due to another car being present behind him, he decides to move forward and take this car with him. The back glass of the car shatters, and the car driver tries to apply the brakes, but it has no effect since the pickup truck is overpowered. The truck driver pushes the car onto the highway and then makes room for himself to move forward. After this video went viral on many platforms, the owner of the car used was identified. She claimed that this car was stolen from her days prior to this incident. This information led the police to believe the whole point of this incident was to steal the pickup truck from the driver. But due to the resistance and bravery of this driver, they weren't successful.
Hello. Hi. How far are you, sir? Who are you? Everybody knows. How far are you? Good. You need to leave. How far? Out there. What's the stairs going? What? What's the stairs here? Come on, where are you going? What's the stairs here? Goodbye, you.
In this video, which was posted on TikTok, we see a man with a white hoodie approaching the front door of the house. It seems like he wants to go straight inside the house, but since the door is locked, he has to ring the doorbell first. The house owner, without any hesitation, opens the door straight away, which leads to this man going straight in while saying hello. The house owner understandably tells this man to leave, but he doesn't. He is also mumbling words which suggest that he has used drugs before going to this place. The house owner manages to get him out of the house, which results in this guy punching the door at full force and then looking at the door in this weird way and trying to open it once again, and this is where the video ends. I wasn't able to find much information on this video since there isn't much context provided on this video. Luckily for this house owner, this guy was high otherwise. Opening the door like this without even looking, for someone who wants to possibly rob you or even worse, isn't a great idea at all. Grizzly Gaz started his YouTube journey in January 2022, driven by a lifelong love for the outdoors, which began in his childhood. He is a passionate outdoor enthusiast from West Yorkshire, UK. On 27th of July 2022, Grizzly Gaz uploaded this video on his YouTube channel. In this video, the creator shares an exceptionally frightening experience that significantly unsettled him during one of his solo camping trips. This detailed recounting not only illustrates the genuine fear he felt, but also serves as a captivating and educational narrative for his viewers who are interested in wild camping and the unexpected challenges it can present. The video begins with Grizzly Gaz heading out to a familiar camping spot in a dense forest. He is well prepared and experienced. The location is serene and beautiful, offering the perfect backdrop for what he anticipates to be another peaceful night in nature. Gaz sets up his campsite efficiently, preparing his tent and getting ready for the night ahead. As dusk turns to night, the ambiance of the forest changes, bringing with it the typical sounds of nocturnal wildlife. Initially, Gaz is unbothered by the noises, attributing them to the usual creatures that roam the woods after dark. However, as time passes, the sounds become increasingly peculiar and unsettling.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Come on, someone's fucking with us. Someone's got to be fucking with us, haven't they? Holy fuck.
What starts as distant rustling soon evolves into distinct footsteps, seemingly coming from multiple directions around his campsite. Gaz tries to maintain his composure, but the persistent and growing intensity of the noises makes it difficult. He captures his real-time reactions on camera, offering viewers a raw and unfiltered look at his rising anxiety. The sounds of snapping twigs and shuffling leaves are eerily human-like, which heightens his sense of vulnerability and fear. Despite his efforts to investigate and rationalize the sounds, he cannot find a clear source or explanation, which only amplifies the tension. At one point, Gaz leaves the safety of his tent to explore the immediate area, using his flashlight to scan the dark surroundings. The beam of light cuts through the darkness, revealing nothing but trees and shadows. Each investigation proves fruitless, as there are no visible signs of wildlife or other people, making the experience all the more unnerving. The persistent and inexplicable nature of the noises causes Gaz's fear to escalate. As the night progresses, the noises do not subside. Instead, they grow louder and more frequent, creating an atmosphere of constant dread. Gaz's attempts to reassure himself are overshadowed by the relentless sounds that seem to encircle his campsite. The video concludes with Gaz reflecting on the experience as he quickly leaves the forest. The relief of being out of the immediate danger zone is palpable, but the psychological impact of the night's events lingers. On 19th June 2024, at around 3 p.m. on Quakers Hill in Sydney, Australia, dashcam footage captures this bizarre moment. An elderly woman walks up to the car, and the driver of the car has no choice but to stop since the woman is also blocking the road. Next, the woman just lays down in front of the car while this guy appears from the side and starts to record as the woman lies on the ground. 2 more women appear on the scene as they seem to get the woman lying on the ground back up, while this whole incident is captured on camera by this guy. The older woman appeared uninjured during her erratic behavior, while other residents were walking along the footpath. This video first gained traction on Reddit, where many people were commenting on the incident and labeling it as an attempt to stage an accident or an attempt of insurance fraud. The police were alerted of this incident, but there was no confirmation on their side whether an investigation would be launched. A driver was driving on the New York highway on the afternoon of 30th of June when this happened. When the driver overtook the vehicle in front of him, as luck would have it, he was exactly on time and in position as this tree fell off the side of the highway and went straight onto the road with some branches of the tree flying into the windshield of the car, which breaks the glass. Reportedly, the driver of the car didn't suffer any major injuries and was fine, but the reason why this tree fell down suddenly is still unknown and pretty disturbing on its own. In August of 2021, this video was recorded on the M1 motorway at Ewingsdale, which is near Byron Bay, Australia.
Oh, he's got an axe, dude! Like, he's got an axe. Stay. Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, fuck off. Keep distance, bro. Oh, are you ready, Chucky? Are you here?
Bro, call the cops. Yeah, call them now.
A driver in the silver car can be seen overtaking the 2 men in the Mercedes-Benz. He can be seen flashing his axe outside his window, which, in itself, is a very disturbing experience. The 2 men at first can be heard laughing at the guy, but then, the driver in the silver car stops in front of the Mercedes, where he begins to shout at them. Judging by these hand gestures, he may be indicating them to pull over. However, they wisely decide to not listen to him and make the U-turn in an apparent attempt to drive away from this crazy-looking man. But, as expected, the silver car wasn't going to give up on them this easily.
You gonna buy him back up, shut up?
Yeah. Bro, this car is fucking the head. Just go to the cop job. Don't stress. Whoa! Keep driving. Holy fuck!
Man, call the cops.
Yeah.
He's gonna ram us again, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, keep going. Just keep. Oh my god!
Fucking hell. Call him.
On their back dashboard camera, it can be seen that they were being followed by the silver car, which then rams the Mercedes twice. Fortunately, on the second attempt, the sliver car can be seen veering off onto the left-hand side of the road and onto the grassy verge. Despite this cat-and-mouse chase started by the silver car driver, the two men in the Mercedes remained to stay calm despite the situation. After this incident was recorded and posted on YouTube, the offending driver was caught and has since appeared before courts, where he pleaded guilty to predatory driving and being armed with intent to commit an offense and several other charges. He was sentenced to a 2-year imprisonment with a non-parole period of 10 months. This dashcam footage shows the creepy moment a man approaches a car on a quiet road in Brisbane, Australia. The footage shows a man slowly walking down Pineland Road on sunny Bank Hills. As the driver gets closer, the man can be seen walking towards the car before he pivots to the side in an attempt to block the path of the car. But the driver thinks quickly and takes a U-turn before driving off in the opposite direction. The driver said in the Facebook post that this experience was very scary, which is understandable. After this incident gained traction, the residents of this area claimed that carjackings were common in this area. While the motives of the creepy-looking man's action can't be verified, from the footage alone it appears he might have also intended to carjack the driver of this car. The police of the area were contacted in regards to this footage as further details about this incident await. This dashcam footage will seem like a pretty normal conversation between a cop and a guy, except it isn't. The person to whom this cop is talking to is Richard Lee McNair, a criminal who is convicted for burglary, attempted murder, felony murder. He has attempted to escape prison 2 times before this, first in 1988 and second in 1992. He was caught on both occasions, but on April 5, 2006, he escaped from the United States Penitentiary in Pollock, Louisiana. But only minutes after his third escape, McNair is stopped on a railroad truck by a local policeman named Carl Bordelon.
You live around here, buddy?
No.
Where you live at?
Down the road by Pineville.
Pineville?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have any form of identification on you?
No, man.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh. Why, I'm not supposed to be on the tracks?
No, that's not the problem right now. What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
All right. What is, we got an escapee.
Oh, shit. Where from?
Prison.
There's a prison here?
Yeah.
Huh.
The policeman starts asking him questions like his name and stuff, to which McNair responds calmly while fabricating a lot of information. This ability of social engineering helps McNair gain the trust of the officer.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
Come on. Well, that sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or y'all got pads?
Huh?
Y'all wear pads?
Hell no. Too hot. They rub the pads rub your back of your legs and stuff.
Although he made some mistakes during their conversation, like saying 2 names.
What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh.
What's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
The officer didn't seem to catch on to that and let him leave. These small mistakes led to Richard McNair being free for a 1.5 years after this incident. In October 2007, Richard McNair was recaptured once again and transferred to America's most secure prison, the ADX Florence. Richard hasn't made any escape attempts since his third and probably last one in 2006. The video Disappearance captured on camera while camping, Jeff Kessler, missing 411 by the YouTube channel Informing Masses, delves into the mysterious case of Jeff Kessler, who disappeared while camping. The video is part of the Missing 411 series, which investigates strange and unexplained disappearances in wilderness areas. The footage captured by Kessler's own camera provides a chilling account of his last moments. The video begins with Kessler showing around the forest and saying that he doesn't know where he is and can only see because of the night visions. But little did he know what he was going to see next. While looking around and finding strange things in the woods, his camera pans towards this thing right here. The footage then abruptly ends, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. The next day, search parties found Kessler's campsite abandoned, with no sign of a struggle or any clear indication of what happened to him. It is said that his camera was found centered under the collection of charred sticks just behind his campsite. The Rangers also recovered his camping gear and car as well, but no one has seen or heard from Jeff Kessler since the night of his solo camping trip. What do you think happened here? What are your thoughts on the other incident that I shared in this video? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm out.